A 10-year-old girl is quoted in plugged-in magazines saying this: "It's better to be pretty, which means thin and mean, than to be ugly, which means fat and nice. That's just how it is." The pressure to be thin, beautiful, and virtually flawless is everywhere we go today. Media has filled our mind with these images of people, perfect-looking people, with perfect hair, perfect eyes, gorgeous skin, beautiful legs. The list just goes on. The sad thing is that people actually bring these pictures in to cosmetologists today and say, "I want to look like that." My question is, what are these perfect pictures teaching us? Are they not teaching us that our outward appearance, our physical beauty is more important than our character, our integrity, our purpose, who we really are? I see pictures like this all the time. I look through magazines and I see their perfection, their beauty, and then turn to look in the mirror and see where I don't measure up to those standards. You've all seen the magazines, the models, the billboards, the music videos, and I'm guessing at one time or other you've said, "Man, if only I looked like that. If only my skin were that smooth." What we have to realize is that almost every bit of these pictures are completely fake. They're not even real. They're all airbrushed, blown up, shrunk down, changed colors. They're fake. No one should let media dictate their perception of beauty for 3 reasons. First of all, because it's fake. Second, because the standards it sets are impossible for us to reach. And finally, because nobody's perfect. First, media's perception of beauty is fake. Like I said, the pressure to be perfect is everywhere we go today. Our view of perfection and even beauty has become completely distorted. And because of this, so many people, adults, teens, and even preteens, are developing different emotional disorders. 3 main ones being anorexia, depression, and BDD, or body dysmorphic disorder. And this is a condition where people obsess over little things that they see as flaws, where it becomes all that they can think about, and they'll do anything they can to hide or conceal these flaws. In 2003, Teen Magazine did a study that shows that over 35% of girls ages 6 to 12 years old went on at least one type of diet. 6 to 12 years old. The number of cosmetic procedures in our world is also rising today. The American Society of Plastic Surgeons reported that from 2002 to 2006, the number of cosmetic procedures done on teens in the U.S. alone nearly doubled. This is because of the fakeness that we're faced with every single day. Media's perception of beauty is not only fake, but the standards that it sets for us are impossible for us to reach. Media plays a huge role in shaping especially girls' view of themselves. Teens today are influenced by so many different things, whether that's through TV, through their parents, through radio, magazines, their boyfriends, their girlfriends, their older siblings, you name it. Media distorts reality and brings about an unnatural, highly unreachable standards. In fact, the models that we see weigh about 23% less than the average woman. On TV, 75% of female characters are underweight. Only 1 out of about every 20 actresses are of average size. And the heavier actresses are usually joked about or made fun of. Walt Mueller is quoted saying, "Let's face it, ugly and overweight people aren't cast on TV unless they're cast as ugly and overweight people." And that's so true. In magazines, we always see articles of how to create a better you, whether that's through diet, through exercise, or even through some cosmetic surgery, all of which have next to them a digitally perfected image of what the outcome should be. Finally, no one should let the media dictate our perception of beauty because no one's perfect. There's no such thing as physical perfection, and we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to others. We need to learn to appreciate and be grateful for the way that God made us, and know that He loves us. This should give you confidence. This should make you smile, cause you to keep your head up, and to look on the positive side of things. One way to start this process is by surrounding yourself by people who accept you. And not only just people who accept you, but people who accept you for you. People where you can be real around, where you can be yourself. Be yourself is a phrase that we hear all too often. But if you really think about it, how is it that you want to be remembered? Is it by the looks you had? By the car you drove? By the people you hung out with? Or is it by the choices that you make? The attitude that you had? The impact that you had on somebody's life? The difference that you made there? Which do you think is going to matter 10 years from now? 20 years from now? Even 30 years from now? Today I've told you about why we shouldn't let media dictate our perception of beauty. Because it's fake. Because the standards it sets are impossible to reach. And because nobody's perfect. Ask yourself, what's that one thing that maybe you've become a little too obsessed about sometimes? If you had a chance, maybe you wish you would change. Is it your stomach? Your ears? Your nose? Your eyes? Maybe you've been struggling with some self-doubt or self-esteem issues. I want to remind you at this end of Psalm 139. But before I do that, I want you all to know that God created each of you exactly the way that you are. And He loves you for you. You're beyond beautiful in His eyes, and that's really all that matters. Psalm 139, 13 through 14 says, "You made all the delicate innermost parts of my body. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well."